Hello my friends and welcome to episode 47 of There Are Four Lights. It's going to be a bit of a different one today. So, thanks to the wonderful Patreon support, we're up to 12 free videos, and as of recording this, I know that this episode will be the 12th free video, but I'm just going to make this episode twice as long to include the 12th, the free video, the one a day video as well that I just do for free. So I'm going to merge the Patreon free video and the one a day video together because I actually have a long, not quite a rant, but I kind of want to talk about a few things while we do some lazy farming. And so a lot of it is going to be about farming, and then the second part of it is going to be about Battletech challenges and such. So if you guys have stuck with this campaign for this long, I just wanted to give my thoughts on a few things in a detailed, sort of fleshed out way, while we just do some lazy gaming, as it were. I'll probably take salvage on most of these, because I'm gonna try and find myself some words escape me. Some lasers, some machine guns, and that kind of thing. So the first thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is it definitely seems to be the case that turrets don't put their weapons in the loot table anymore. Because I was thinking last night about that 4.5 skull mission, what I could do better, and, you know, how much I could write off to not having lost tech gear. And the first thing I realised was, all of those turrets have got machine guns. I believe the Shredder turret has got 4 machine guns, or 6, I can't remember. The sniper ones have got 2. So, that, in theory, is like 10 to 12 machine guns that should have been in the loot table. But they weren't in the loot table. There weren't any machine guns in that loot table. If I remember correctly, anyway. And there definitely weren't 12 machine guns in the loot table, that's for sure. So it seems to me like turrets don't put loot in the loot table anymore, which is interesting. And this must be a new thing.
Travel the periphery.
Along with the Directorate no longer being a target for the Arana restoration, it's only the Taurians now.
Here.
So the reputation system has become even more of a ball ache. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about, really. So, early on in Battletech's release, people were trying various challenges. I did the AC2 campaign for a laugh. And someone else did the game with 4 lights. And I never question other people's achievements unless they give me a reason to question them. So, you know, I just presumed that people had beaten the game with only using light mechs. And to be honest, having done this campaign, I think that is very possible and very reasonable. And that's not really what I was going for. After I did the AC2 campaign, I just kind of reached the conclusion that you could pretty much do anything you like. Because the AC2 campaign was hard as nails, and I can't imagine it getting much more difficult than that. I mean, I had to actually melee my way through
Commander.
A number of missions. So anyway, that's fine.
Orders?
And yeah, I don't doubt for a second that people have done the story using only lights. But what is interesting is what I have learned doing this.
Welcome to my album.
And you have to remember, the early days predate the black market. The black market was not a thing.
What's up, boss?
In the base game, it was just a tag that occasionally put slightly nicer things into the loot table. in those campaigns where people had done the entire story with lights and they posted screenshots, their lights had, you know, all of them, so they had a whole team of, say, Firestarters, all of their lights had maxed out Lost Tech goodies. So we're talking like, you know, all plus 10 damage medium lasers, all plus 10 damage small lasers,
Let's get this done.
Mark III gyros on everything.
Ready for orders.
Now, there's no reason why that particularly should arouse any suspicions that they've not done it. You know, if I sit down with this campaign right now, and I play 100 easy matches, or 200 easy matches, and there are people who like to grind like it's a Korean RPG. If I played those matches and then I floated around the map
Affirmative.
looking for that gear, you know, I'm pretty sure that eventually I would get it.
That's the kill.
But it made me think, you know, because when I did the AC2 campaign, I had only,
Waiting for orders.
I had 1 or 2 plus 10 damage AC2s. And that was it, the whole campaign. They were so difficult to find. And so,
Hostile eliminated.
you know, on the timelines that people did
Location confirmed.
did these challenges,
Roger.
you know, it does make me wonder if they genuinely did grind out hundreds of missions to find this
Roger
gear,
that.
or they just added it to their inventory and skipped the grind. And here's the thing. I wouldn't even be bothered if they did that. Because, I mean, if you look at my campaign now, I've quote-unquote won, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm making money, I'm getting all the upgrades,
Heading out.
I will continue to make money and get all the upgrades. There's no danger of me losing at any point for any reason. And, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just farming easy missions. You know, it's kind of boring, and if I wanted to skip that, then you know, it doesn't really
Confirmed.
compromise the challenge of the campaign. It just skips a long, boring grind before I go back to doing 4.5 skull, 5 skull missions.
Moving
But-
in position.
A lot of people place great value on the integrity of the game. That's why I never modded any of my campaigns unless they were a specifically modded campaign, and I always preserved the version so that, you know, I couldn't change the versions and then someone say, well, the new version is easier than the old version, so that's why you updated. So I understand that as well. But yeah, I was just thinking about it last night and just genuinely wondering, did these people who did these, you know, lights only story challenges in the early days,
Moving to position.
did they really grind out hundreds of missions, and I mean hundreds,
Acknowledged.
to get all that Lost Tech gear? And they must have kept it in storage and not used it, because, you know, it's very easy to lose the arm off a light or a side torso or something, and
the package is on its way.
and therefore lose some of your Lost Tech goodies. So, you know, it makes me wonder. And the thing is, and this is why I like to record everything, actually. That's why I think it's very good to record everything and genuinely show Iron Man play, and genuinely show, you know, there was that time that I did a 24-hour stream of Rogue Tech, and I just played and played and played and played while getting increasingly intoxicated. And I think that settled a lot of people who, perhaps more skeptical, more cynical people, who saw that and thought, oh, well, he genuinely can just play and play and play and be that good, be consistent. Because he just did 24 hours and
Ready for
I think I
orders.
lost like 2 pilots, and not even to CTs. They were like ejected and they died anyway. That was a weird problem with Rogue Tech in the early days. So anyway,
Firing all weapons.
yeah, it's funny, but when you do a load of challenging stuff like this, certain aspects of, you know, what people have done or say that they've done and all that kind of stuff,
Yes, Commander.
it does unravel for you. And I'm not going to mention any names, but you know, early on
All right.
I
I've
went
seen
to a
what
lot
this
of
thing can
people
do.
for advice. You know, how do you cope with this situation? What do you deal with? How do you deal with this?
Standing by.
What's the most optimal strategy here? Kind of
Double
stuff.
time. Let's go.
And a lot of the advice that I got,
Standing by.
it didn't make any sense from the perspective of where I was. So,
On my way.
you know, they're like, oh, you know, you just do this, or you just do that, or you just deal with it by doing this. And I'm like, well, you can't do that because of this and this, and you can't do this because of this and this. They're like, no, you just do this. And it made no sense.
Acknowledged.
Oh yeah, that hurt.
Scored a critical.
Oh, it's something funny about blowing all the weapons off a locust. Anyway, I guess the point I'm driving to here is
Objective secured.
you guys listening now, if you're inspired to, you should try stuff like doing a lights only campaign or doing the AC2 campaign or whatever, because it will show you problems, or it will show you situations that you wouldn't see
Damage
otherwise, and it makes you realize things
Yes, boss.
that perhaps other people have not realized. And then when you realize those things, and then you hear about other people saying, oh yeah, well, you know, I completed the whole game using only lights, and you know, and I didn't use any fire starters or whatever.
Got it.
Or, you know, you see screenshots, and you see screenshots of like 5, 6 fire starters in a mech bay, or like 12 of them, or even like 16 fire starters, and they've all got +3 gyros, and they've all got +10 damage weapons and all the rest of it. And you were like,
How's it going?
in the early days when I saw that, I was just like, oh cool, wow, that must have taken a while to get. But very cool. And now I think to myself, actually, that must have taken, you know, I haven't even found one +3 defense gyro in
Engaging
100 hours of playing, probably, or something like that. And,
One for the scrap heap.
so how did you get, like, 24 of them? How did you get plus 10 medium lasers for every fire starter? So you've got, like, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20... 60 of the things, plus spares. Where does all that gear come from?
Receiving you.
So yeah, these were my
Roger that.
these were my thoughts as I thought about how to farm the gear that I wanted.
Roger that.
And the funny part is, when you go and ask people, oh, you know, how do you find these things? And then you get told stuff like, well, you know, go to these planets with these tags, blah blah blah. And I think like the percentage chance for it to appear is about 3 or 4%. For the +3 gyro is very rare. And it just kind of makes you think, well, hang on a minute.
Affirmative.
Oh, get head.
Go time.
Who said that SRMs can't destroy heads? When you iterate that down, you know, going to particular planets with particular tags, and how many days that takes, and how many financial reports that you go through to waste time doing that.
Mission successful.
It makes you realize that they must have played thousands and thousands of matches to find that kit. And I'm not saying that's impossible, because all it takes is time. But it seems very strange to me that you could put that level of time in. Alright, nothing nice, but free money. Wait, is that the missile javelin? Oh, it totally is. Outstanding. Sweet, I can finally stand down one of my generals. Jenner is not really a great light. It's quick, but that's all it's got going for it, really. It's 4 energy mountings. Can only ever really have 4 medium lasers in because
That mech is ready to fight, Command. That mech you wanted is back online.
it doesn't have the weight for anything else. Alright, cool. Farming is going nicely already. So yeah, then I sort of sit down and I think to myself, do these people really, did they really farm thousands of games to find all that gear? You know, it makes me wonder. Wow, I have so much junk. You know what? We'll have one that's slightly good. Plus 4 damage is the better one, obviously.
This is an all-ship announcement. There's something very wrong with the jam we picked up on Liar 2. If you haven't,
Okay, this thing needs a gyro before it goes anywhere.
immediately. Everyone's
Log
Don't
in.
drink it.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Speaking of which, I still only have like 1 MG. At least I've got some stockpile of small lasers. I say stockpile, I've got like 5. Yeah, so anyway, that's me ranting away there. It's not just the all lights challenges that have raised question marks in my head. In the past, there were certain mods that I'd played, and I'd asked questions about how to deal with certain situations, and it had always turned out that when I really drilled down into it, I realized that people did not actually play these mods on their own hardest settings, because otherwise they would have realized certain things about those mods, and in fact certain issues. There was a mod that will remain nameless, but its hardest mode had a critical bug in it that you would discover very, very rapidly, and I'm talking I'm talking pretty much immediately rapidly. And that bug remained in the mod for a while. And so everyone that was saying that they always played it on the hardest difficulty was just not telling the truth, because if they had played it on the hardest difficulty, they would have immediately noticed that the hardest difficulty didn't work. Yeah, it's funny actually. This is just me getting stuff off my chest here today, but it was very isolating actually. It was a very isolating feeling because
Command interface initiated.
once you know that oh god, this map. This is really horrible, this map. Let's hope that it's not too hard. And by not too hard, I mean that the Op4 is not too difficult.
Roger that. Consider me there. Acknowledge.
Coordinates received.
Once you realize that someone is just, you know, not telling the truth, then it becomes very difficult to take anything that they say seriously. And that's a problem. That is a, you know, especially when that person is effectively like a key community figure. I never name names, by the way, so don't even bother asking me in the comments. I won't say who it is or who it was.
How's it going?
But yeah, it's you know, it's difficult.
Standing by.
Because once you know, and it's a matter of, I guess in these cases, a lot of it is to do with pride. No one wants to admit that they play, if they're a key community figure, no one wants to admit that they play on medium difficulty or easy difficulty or whatever. They want to appear to be the best. Of course they do. Everyone wants to look good.
Waiting for orders.
But then, of course, if they come unstuck, it just looks awful. And you know, unfortunately, that happened for a number of people. For me,
I'm receiving you.
was
On my way.
what they said compared to what I knew from physical testing didn't match. And that was, you know, that was a big problem
Standing by.
that I found difficult to sort of get over.
Understood. Moving fast.
Galleon Urban Assault Vehicle. I've never seen that before. Never. It's an EMP vehicle. Huh, interesting. There's an EMP tank. And it's got top-end gear in it. Wait. It doesn't appear to have an ECM unit. Interesting little piece of kit, though. So I guess this thing here is the ECM unit.
Yes, boss. I await your command.
Interesting. Huh. Pack Rat support vehicle. It has ECM. Not for long, it doesn't.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Penetration!
Bye now.
Yeah, how about you don't?
Let's do this.
We got lots of time.
What's up, boss?
We have lots of time.
Roger that. Engaging target.
Good to go. On the move. Roger.
Alright. I can head back into the strike zone in a second. Won't be a big deal.
Reporting one less vehicle. Mech warriors, show them what you've got.
Ow! Oof. That's where my arm mod is
That
as well.
shot hit internals. Yes,
Okay,
Commander.
I need to hide that.
Copy that.
Back to enemy. That'll be fine. Just stay out of the way.
I live to serve. Rolling.
Let's get rid of this boy before he puts another hole in someone.
Firing all weapons.
I'm still using all lights. I actually, you know, I do need to
Moving
take
out.
them seriously. Alright, I need that shot to actually hit.
Confirmed.
There we go.
Give them everything you've got.
Vehicle down.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so, yeah, it's, I'm not saying don't trust anybody. I actually trust everyone until they give me
Orders?
a reason not to. But I just found it very interesting that, having done this, and having realized, you know, the problems with,
Receiving you.
I actually started inside the bubble here, but for some reason they're still cloaked. Having spent so much time with lights now, a lot of the things which I believe to be true, and a lot of the things I presumed, like, you know, equipment would be easy to find and all that kind of stuff, a lot of that stuff is unraveling for me now. And I'm actually realizing that, you know, a lot of this gear is actually very hard to find. Alright, he has left himself open.
Engaging with target. Receiving you.
Left. Just wait here.
On my way.
Okay.
Systems holding.
So of course, I didn't take salvage on this one, and then, you know, these vehicles have actually got some nice gear.
Waiting for orders. Standing by.
Should I step on these boys? 40 times 2 should be fatal.
Targeting for physical attack.
Alright.
I have become death.
Commander. On the move.
No way he survives this.
Targeting for physical attack. One for the scrap heap.
Yes, Commander. Roger. Affirmative.
Just easy cleanup here. Just gotta wait for the artillery to land.
Good to go. Let's move.
Yeah, it strikes me that you would, if you are using nothing but lights, you would definitely occasionally lose equipment on deployments as well.
Warning. Incoming artillery fire.
So you'd have to not use your gear, your good gear.
Commander? I'm going.
Where's the evac point? Okay. That's easy enough to deal with.
This is what happens when you hang out with bad people.
Commander?
Let's go. Time to leave.
Yes, Commander. Going full speed.
Standing by. On my way. Double time.
Man, they have an infinite supply of EMP-enabled, ECM-enabled vehicles, sorry. The lost tech is pouring out of this place. Boom! Fly, my pretty, fly! No, we're falling!
I'm here. Full throttle.
Receiving you. Oh yeah, you got it.
Alright, time to leave.
Ready for orders.
Prizes in hand.
Let's do this.
How much damage? Only 9. Probably no
Position
need
confirmed.
to race to repair that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so in this episode I am actually just, apart from ranting the whole time,
Mission successful.
I just want to farm some gear. Maybe go traveling looking for gear. Alright, let's find some more stuff. Dun dun dun. Let's have a look at the contracts again. I don't know, do I want to do this? I kind of don't. Let's go shopping.
All mech techs to the mech lab. I repeat, all mech techs to the mech lab.
You always seem to plot routes that avoid the black markets. There we go, that'll do.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Calculating escape velocity.
Okay. So I'm just looking for gear now. I might do a few more missions, we'll see. Yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. You know, it's nice to have a really good player to bounce ideas off of and discuss strategies with and stuff, but a lot of those discussions have come apart a little bit because people just don't play at the hardest settings. So strategies that work on normal difficulties, they don't work when you're doing crazy stuff. Oh, small lasers. And a comm system. Ugh. That would have almost been perfect. A fire starter and a fire starter piece. A medium laser, but not a good one. An SRM2, but also not a good one. I'd be going for 2 small lasers and a comm system. No, let's go to the next one. If I saw a gyro there, I'd stop.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Okay. Nothing major there. Small laser. Melee hit gyro. Meh. Huh, an Irby. It's the default one though. Ooh! For my SRM javelins, that's an amazing piece of kit. Let's trial the system.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Undocked from junction.
Job's done, Commander.
If I could get my hands on some more machine guns.
That work order's complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Yeah, I don't really need to
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
do any more upgrades right now.
New weapon systems available.
I don't see me using this, but I'm going to get it anyway.
New equipment available.
I don't really see how that helps me. I'm never going to have long range capability with only lights. But this I want.
New weapon systems available.
Actually, I suppose this might be useful with
New equipment available.
with my Irby. I have so much gear here. Well, if I ever need some money, it's nice to know I've got a hangar full of mechs. Let's get in the mech bay quickly and make these corrections. Slowest mech in the fleet. I want to stick melee mods on an urban mech. Turn it into a punch bot. How weird would that be? See, a lot of these planets you can't
By your command.
fly past them.
Engines prime. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Alright, so here I am burning time. So you can imagine how tedious this is. And then you have to think to yourself that that people out there farmed, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of games to find all those +3 gyros and all those +10 damage medium lasers.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
I mean, I myself would be tempted, you know, if I wasn't putting this down as a challenge, I'd be tempted to just mod the gear I need into the shops, so I could just find it anywhere and buy it whenever I wanted. Oh, nice.
New weapon systems available.
Hey, this is this is great.
New equipment available.
We haven't even looked at the black market yet. Nice.
New weapon systems available.
Injury resist cockpits don't interest me. A panther. Still no gyros though. I was looking for gyros. Even just the basic +1 one I could do with a few more. So I ran out of spares.
Secure all loose gear.
It's my opportunity here to get the Fedsons to like me. Sure thing. I'm meant to be looking for gear, but let's have some fun. At least I suppose I found one more machine gun. Let's go. Let's do something hard. And maybe next time do one of these pirate missions as well. But yeah, I'm going out of my way to visit these black market worlds, and I'm not really finding the gear. It's not flowing like water, that's for sure. I suppose if you go to a one skull world and just farm lights all day long, you might find more stuff. We need a few brave and plausibly deniable mercenaries.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, everybody. Stay frosty.
Stay frosty on an ice map. Very good.
Move order received.
Yeah, I mean, I've not even had one +3 defense gyro yet. So it makes me wonder how people find 18 of the things.
On my way. On it.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Yes, I'm there. Acknowledge.
This is the map where there's like...
Moving to position.
There's usually a massive base here. You normally start here. You normally start here. And then you go up around this bit and there's like a massive base here. But it's this map's inverse. Dark twin. I wonder if the research station's got any garrison.
Full throttle.
I highly doubt. Highly doubt. That is just turrets. They are annoyingly placed though,
I'm receiving you.
where they can support each other.
I'm walking here.
Go!
Firing all weapons.
Alright, that's a bad shot.
Yes, Commander. Definitely.
Let's go. Let's get in there. Before any
Standing by.
unpleasant surprises turn up.
Let's get this done.
Let's get this done, team.
Roger. All weapons are go.
So you know, if I had all Lost Tech gear, there would be an extra 50 damage, and that would be enough to kill that. It's little things like that.
I'm here.
Ah, this is a situation where a multi-shot would actually be quite useful.
On my way.
That's plenty. It's not waste missiles I don't need to waste.
There's one less annoyance for us.
A missile is a terrible thing to waste.
Good to go.
Engaging target.
I probably didn't need to fire all of that, but whatever.
Target destroyed.
Waiting for orders.
Sadly out of range of my machine guns.
Let's move.
Alright, we're clear. So here's another example of where these Lost Tech goodies make all the difference. I would have 40 extra damage with Lost Tech.
Confirm.
Probably die anyway though. Yeah.
Turret destroyed.
It's 160. 160 damage, I think. No, it's 190. With the Lost Tech, all Lost Tech goodies, you can kill the turrets with 225 HP in one go.
do this.
Pew pew.
Engaging target.
Pop.
Target destroyed.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Alright. Here they come. We exited combat just long enough to not have a defensive position. Okay.
I'm ready.
Oh. I go.
How's it going?
Whoa! Cataphract, Grasshopper, Thunderbolt, Quick Draw? Oh yeah, it's 3 skull, isn't it?
Moving to position.
I'm like, Jeebus, they found some hardware somewhere.
Acknowledged.
I can't get
Roger.
behind them.
Standing by.
I need them to come closer. Damn, that was a good shot. That was like a 1 in a million shot, that one. Good boy.
Standing by.
Man, they're all at it with the jump jets. Weird target to focus on though, because the ones that can't jump will not be able to get to it. Of course, a Grasshopper can jump, he just stood there for some reason. Oh, he's Ace Pilot, that's why. You know when the AI has Ace Pilot,
Commander.
it's got to use it. You can't live in a world where he has Ace Pilot and doesn't use Ace Pilot.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Get him! Oh, yes.
Target's taken a critical hit. Let's do this.
Anyone else want to get shot in the back? Front shot only. What a shame.
Commander?
No rear shots available.
Yes, boss.
Apart from this one.
Moving out.
Go! Oh, the ammo's still up. That's unfortunate.
I await your command. Full throttle.
I got these boys nodules in a vice here.
Oh, yes. How's it going?
How's it going? 27 HP. Can you deliver that without a precision strike? Yes, you can.
Hostile eliminated. Consider me there. Receiving you.
See ya.
Roger.
Boom.
Let's hit them hard. Target's neutralized.
Oh man, what a wreckage. Oh yeah, try and punch me from up here.
Here we go.
Okay, we could get him.
Enemy mech destroyed.
We'll make these boys look like a joke. A bad joke. Huh. Now you're caught in a 4-point surround sound. Oh, he's going for the melee. Side swipe. Oof.
That shot hit internals.
The thing is, that was a really long run there.
Ready for orders.
Rear shot, please. Applause. No.
I'm your spaniel.
Oh well, whatever. We'll get him next time.
Affirmative.
Let's hit them hard. Commander.
Not quite close enough.
Targeting spear armor.
Good hits. And the core is exposed.
Orders. Rolling. Ooh, that hit something good.
Alright, he's got 39 HP in the rear section.
Let's do this.
I think we're cleared
Copy that.
to take this guy down.
Firing.
Pop! Better luck next time.
Mission successful.
Ah! Well, I made that look easy. Alright. That punch hurt me good. Suppose we're lucky it didn't knock my head off. Oh no! Please, I'll hand back the money, let me have it. I suppose if you're looking for that stuff, fighting nothing but lights is probably the best way to find it, because light mechs don't typically have high caliber weapons, so they tend to flood the loot table with small lasers and machine guns, LRM-5s and stuff. All right. Let's get that minor damage fixed, shall we? Defend base or ambush convoy. That's another mission that another mission where they would like me to bash pirates, but I can't bash the pirates anymore right now. Right, let's get moving again. Succession. Red hair irregulars. Huh, interesting. Maybe we'll go and do this. This is also a new flashpoint I've not seen before. I believe that Urban Warfare adds 10 flashpoints, 10 new ones. In case you guys were wondering. Alright, let's go to Bergtat.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Just because I can pass it easily.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Boom. That's that done. Farming for gear. I don't enjoy farming at all. I don't enjoy doing easy missions repeatedly for gear. Grinding experience points. You name it. The acquisition of wealth is not my thing. I am not Ferengi. Okay, let's see if there's some good loot here.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Okay. I'm just burning money out of boredom. I really love the game, and I want to do challenging stuff. I just find, you know, traveling for loot to be boring. Loot farming. That's good. Do I really want to stop for 2 items? Then again, I actually need that SRM. Alright, let's stop. Let's stop quickly.
By your command.
Just because there's an SRM4 there that I require.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
To repair the damage to my SRM Javelin that was done a while back.
New weapon systems available.
Okay, so... this Javelin... This one. One of the, well, 2 of the weapons got blown off, and I didn't quite have the equipment to repair them back to full strength. But now I do. There we go, that's about as good as it gets. I'm not too concerned about stab damage, of course, because there isn't really much you can do about it.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
I wonder if I could find... I could make another fight starter, but I don't feel like more than one makes much sense. I have managed to recover my small laser count, but I'm still running very short on gyros and machine guns. You can make the full laser, small laser fire starter if you wish. It is a very powerful build. But you get one shot and then it overheats. So while it's a very powerful build, it's got no sustain. Mega City, Inner Sphere, Black Market. Let's go.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Going
That
shopping.
job you asked for, Commander.
This planet is so far away from any other planet.
All hands, make ready for docking maneuvers.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to fight any more battles in this extra long episode. I had an extra long episode yesterday as well. But we'll see.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Just going to have a really long session because I didn't want to record 2 separate videos for no particular reason. Especially when they're both going out on the same day. Well, it's better than nothing.
New weapon systems available.
Too weak. Too weak to meaningfully do anything. Ah, 15 heat flamer. Why not?
New weapon systems available.
Boosting the damage on the flamer seems kind of pointless.
New weapon systems available.
Oh, nice.
New weapon systems
Ooh,
available.
yes, yes. Finally. I got one. Ah, +2 damage LRM. Shame it's the LRM 10. That one's stab damage, no good. Alright, I like the idea of doing that flashpoint actually. We'll remember to have a quick look at Vard as we fly
Roger
past.
that, Commander. Course plotted.
Plus, flashpoints are a good way to find gear, right? Ah, before we burn too much time flying through Spez. So this missile javelin has got a +2 gyro. And I basically want to remake this one in the same configuration. I like the idea of having some nice SRM launching machines. Should probably start moving these hit defense gyros onto some of my fire starters, but you know. Oh, actually. Okay, so. What else have I got? I have 2 +4 variants. And that leaves what? Just +2. Alright, not perfect, but close enough.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
I'm not that bothered about fitting Lost Tech gears if I've got +2 gyros and fast mechs. Go! Things are certainly coming together, but I am like just burning money here. Not that I'm not sitting on a giant sack of cash, but you know.
Job's done, Commander.
That's weird. That looked like a rifle flying through space there for a second. Kazu. Abandoned world.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Let's fly. Hello, game. I thought it had crashed for a second there. I'm like, game, speak to me. Alright, Vard, let's have a quick look at the store before we fly past. Okay, some small lasers. An SRM-6, but not necessarily like a top-end one. Ah, defense gyro. Okay, there's a selection of gear that's actually half useful. Ah, top-end SRM-6, yes please. And a +5 damage small laser, yes please, Mark II. Why is it that the planets you don't intend to stop at are always the ones with the
By
good
your
gear?
command.
By your command.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Okay.
New weapon systems available. New weapon systems available.
You never know when those will be useful.
New equipment available.
Sadly, Exchanger is something that I would normally buy, but in this campaign it's pointless because it makes no difference to a
New equipment available.
It makes no difference to a light mech over heat sinks. Heat sinks would be better.
New weapon systems available.
Minus stab damage gyro. Absolutely pointless. Still, we got a good selection of gear here. And that allows me to make a few more adjustments. Brave, brave Sir Rockets. It's dumb, I know it's dumb, but at least I'll remember it. Alright, a +4 damage 6. Out. Out. In. Out. Perfect. Literally perfect. This is like the best gear you can get. Nothing else to do here. So now I have 2 of these +2 hit defense gyro SRM javelins.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Perfect for breaking stuff. It seems like my machine gun shortage is going to persist into the future here, so I'm going to get this guy spec'd out for punch, for Mortal Kombat. Jump jets in. There we go. Man, I've actually got 4 of these high-level small lasers. Alright. Sweet. A fight starter Mark II is ready to start fights and take names and stuff. That's the wrong small laser. And that's why I didn't have 4 of them. I put that one in the wrong place. Don't want to risk my plus damage ones.
I'll let you know.
Alright, the only problem with the Fight Starter series of mechs is it's not always easy to utilize the punch aspect because you've got to maintain that evasion. When you punch somebody, you better be ready to move next turn. Preferably without getting shot at. Days.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Let's go. Travel to Primus. Optimus Primus. Go for it. Sweet. Okay, almost there. I think that's where we'll call it a wrap. I try to keep episodes, a typical episode, within 30 to 45 minutes, and this one is, being a double episode, it would be within an hour and a half. And we're about an hour and 20 minutes, so... I don't want to give you guys so much of me that you get sick of me. Should be a limit on how much of my content you can binge. Alright, let's get landed. Well, we replaced all the gear that we'd lost pretty much entirely, so that's good. We found a +2 gyro, which is nice, and some +1 gyros. I'm very interested in doing this Draconis Combine Flashpoint. Not only because it's about the right level of difficulty, and it's a new Flashpoint, I've not played it, but also it's free reputation. +2 damage, take it.
New weapon systems available.
Ah. If only. +10 for 1 ton's good.
New equipment available.
Another heat flamethrower.
New weapon systems available.
Maybe one day I'll make a barbecue machine. The only thing is that I'd rather kill mechs than shut them down. Come on. Alright, there's some 3.5 skulls here. Which will be plenty of entertainment for us. Sadly, the harder missions are restricted access, but you know. Yeah, no, I like this planet. 3.5 skull is good level of challenge. Definitely. Certainly it's the right level of challenge. I would want more Lost Tech goodies to push harder, though I will push harder anyway because I'm mad. But also we have this interesting flashpoint to do. And who knows, maybe we'll get some nice equipment out of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this long episode. I just wanted to get some stuff on my chest, off my chest about farming and you know, looking for inspiration in other people's plays and streams and things that are said on the forum and all that kind of stuff. And I guess the one thing I'd want to leave you with is just, you know, unless you've seen it, it's worth trying it yourself. You know, try one of these challenges and things like that. It totally will change your perspective on the game. And sometimes stuff that you believed was true, you know, and lots of people said the same thing, and so you have no reason to not believe them when 15 different people say, oh, lights are not viable, they can't do anything in the late game, blah blah blah, and you have no reason to believe them, so you just presume that that's true. But then you do something like this and you realize that actually they're more than capable, and actually some missions, they're optimal because you just kill the enemy so quick and your mechs are so fast that 6 to 8 minutes later the mission is done. Whereas with assaults it might have taken you a lot longer. And you also realise, you know, like I am, that a lot of this equipment that you want is actually really incredibly hard to find. And so those screenshots of people with billions of +10 damage lasers and a whole fleet of +3 defense gyros. I mean, I'm not saying that they're cheating or anything, but if they acquired them legitimately, it's thousands of matches and, you know, 600 days of floating around, and I haven't found even one +3 defense gyro, and that's me looking for the things. So, you know, play the game, draw your own conclusions. I hope you enjoyed this. More of a rant with some gameplay than an actual proper episode, or a proper double episode. But next time, Flashpoint, 3.5 skull missions. Let's rock out some difficulty and go from there. I'll see you guys next time.